It's time to sit back, relax, and have a good time with Knee High to the Tree High. Your host, the Naked Truth, Marcus McNeil, and the Real Spirit, Jonathan Pump, coming with their unique perspective on sports and life from elementary school together all the way to the NFL. You can't piss on them and tell them it's raining. Knee High to the Tree High starts now.
Let's go.
Man, what's going on, man? We on Knee High to the Tree High, man, and we gonna go around the league one time with y'all boys, man.
The league, man.
Holla at your boy P, man. There was a lot going on around the league this week, man.
I mean,
there's some new contenders out there.
We got some sleepers, man. I mean, we got some front runners of the MVP race looking good. I mean, that you wouldn't anticipate. We got GOATs taking L's. We got future GOATs taking L's. It was a lot. It was a lot going on this weekend, man. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I mean, who you want to start with, man?
Let's take our talents down to Southeast, bro. What you think about Tua and the Dolphins?
A lot of people are not too keen on Tua, and I kept trying to tell people, like, listen, man. I don't know if y'all seen Tua at Alabama or not. But to me, Tua is better than Bryce Young.
Wow.
As far as the way he throws the ball, yes. Like, first of all, he's left-handed. That's unorthodox for a lot of people. But the way he spin the ball, he can spin the ball when he's fully healthy. And he's good, man. And now that they've added the speed factor down there, it's unmatched, man. Like, you got Waddle and the Cheetah. That's so much speed on the field at one time. It's like you just pick your poison, you know? And so I think what's surprising a lot of people is that he's actually fully healthy now. And he's actually got his feet up under him, and he's able to show people exactly the quarterback that he was at Alabama. And so it's coming full circle. So I'm happy for him, you know what I mean? Not happy how quick he got back in that game after that concussion.
Oh, so you think it was concussion? Because they say those are some serious allegations right there. Because they saying Tua is not even in concussion protocol.
Why would it?
If you continue to look into this situation and find out that he actually had a concussion, that can be pretty bad for the Miami Dolphins, especially for how serious are they taking concussions at this point in time. And now you blatantly put him back in the game for the win.
I mean, it could be.
Like,
my thing is, how can we
discredit what we saw on TV with our own eyes?
Prove it, though, that he actually had a concussion. Like,
yeah, I mean, the only thing you could say is by the symptoms he was seeming to have while he was walking off the field. Where he could look like he could barely take 2 steps and didn't know where the hell he was at.
He started heading to the opposite sideline.
To the opposite sideline, you know what I'm saying? Thinking he Batman or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that what he was looking like for a quick little second. Like, it looked like, you know what I'm saying?
You can't deny what you see on TV. You know what I mean? So
where your teammates come and having to help you up and pick you up because you can barely stand up, bro.
It's pretty obvious to me. Like I told you, we all know when the game is on the line or when money is being made, teams are going to always err on the side of we trying to win. That's just what it is. Now, players, yes, depending on who you are, you can have some pull and say, look, Cole, man, I'm going back out there. Ultimately, that should never be the player's call. It should be the training staff call.
The doctor.
Yeah.
Every team has a doctor on the side now who deal with concussions specifically. You know, so you're right. They should have took him. But it's one thing about how Tua is playing, but the other thing is who the hell they beat, bro. They beat the Buffalo Bills.
I'm trying to tell you,
just a week ago, they were trying to crown the Super Bowl champions.
Listen, we all know when you got a quarterback that you're confident in, it just changed the whole morale of the team. Everybody started playing better. Like when Tom Brady went to the Bucs, a lot of the same players down there. But when Tom walked through that door, it changes the mindset. So now they actually feel like they got a chance to win, and they go out there and show it. Same thing with Miami. Miami been bad for years now. Tua is starting to play good, so they're like, hold on, we actually got a chance to do something. It just makes players play better, man.
I didn't see them beating. I just didn't see them beating the Buffalo Bills like
I mean,
that. I'm not
to
gonna lie.
Buffalo's
So,
credit,
yeah.
they're not used to playing in that type of weather. People was cramping up all left and right. It was a lot going on. Now, is that an excuse? It's not. In the same breath, we use that as an excuse for when teams go to Buffalo in the winter.
So you saying because they went to Miami in the fall?
They were struggling out there.
They were struggling. Hey, I would think you would have enough juice in the tank to be able to last in Miami. I'm just saying, it's the fall time. It ain't the middle of the summer now.
But you know the way these guys train now and the way practices are.
They not this intense.
They're not getting that kind of intensity. You know what I'm saying? When you put it all on the line.
They not as labor intense.
They might put it all on the line for 1 or 2 periods after practice. And that still ain't even all on the line.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, since you picking Tua for the MVP, let's go to the other 2 MVPs
Hold on, I never said
that you talking about.
Hey, we only in week 3 now. Hold on, pump your brakes.
Really, week 3, pump your brakes. Okay. You were so high on them.
All I'm saying is,
boy, you was all over Tua the last 5 minutes, boy. I think you went to Alabama.
Candidates right now.
I would think you were rolling tide around them.
My 2 MVP candidates right now, of course, Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson.
I understand Lamar Jackson, but what do you see in Jalen Hurts is giving you MVP type quality?
Everything that everybody said he can't do.
What was that?
Pass, make the plays, run the team, be your QB1 basically. He's doing all that. And got the Philadelphia Eagles off to a 3-0 start.
I like the Philadelphia Eagles being 3-0. They have a great fan base. But how much is that last win, Carson Wentz and the Commanders being bad compared to Jalen Hurts being great?
Hey, listen.
Huh?
You can't help who you play.
Is it
all you gotta do is line up and play.
Hold on, why you don't give my boys down there Auburn the same grace then? You know what? We ain't even gonna bring this ain't in that shit. Don't even worry. Don't you know what? Don't even scratch that. Don't even talk about them boys like that. All right, we ain't gonna bring them in there. But I'm just saying, you be talking, you be all right. But
I'm just telling you, I just say I like the guy, man. I'm saying this is week 3. This did a lot of football left. You know what I mean? So, I mean, right now he's just a front runner. I mean, that's I've seen. You know how many times the front runner changes throughout the season? It's week to week.
I like Jalen Hurts, man, but I like Lamar Jackson even better. And I like him every week more and more because he going out there when he know that contract on the line. Like, give me that bag. Come on, my boy. Give me that.
He got to fully guarantee his whole contract.
Bro, they need to hurry up and do it fast because if he continues at this pace, the way he throwing the ball and running the ball, bro, like, man, it's gonna be a feeding frenzy because he'll be finished with his whole entire contract. So he'll be unrestricted, go wherever he want to.
Well,
don't let a team like San Fran get a shot at him. I keep on saying that. Like, boy, you put Lamar Jackson on San Francisco, I don't really know how many teams beating them. We'll see, man. I like Action Jackson too, man. Jalen Hurts, he gonna still. I'm gonna have to watch some more Eagles games for those, man.
Watch a few more, man. Go and get right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of quarterbacks, man, your boy, and my boy on the all KH to the TH team, man, Patrick Mahomes, went down there and called that L to Indy.
L to them Matty Kool-Aid guys.
bro. We ain't gonna talk about
I
Matty
mean,
Ice
I
like
gotta
that
throw it out there because
because
he was a former Dirty Bird.
because Matty Ice don't even get to make this show when Jelani Woods scored 2
Hey,
touchdowns
hey,
in one game and one for the
hey,
game
man,
time. We ain't even
whole
talk about no
team.
Matty Ice,
Hey,
man. Now with Ellen Wood in the
man, I tell
building.
you one thing.
Now with Ellen Wood in the building.
Caught that first
Huh?
one and caught the last one to win the game.
And caught the last one. For y'all don't know, yes, he is on my fantasy team too.
Jelani
You know what I'm saying?
Woods,
Hey, he might get pulled up off the bench this week. He keep on playing like that
former
now. I'm
former
just saying.
Cedar Grove alum.
If you don't know who Jelani Woods is, Jelani Woods was a quarterback at our old high school, Cedar Grove, the Cedar Grove Saints. Shout out to Cedar Grove over there, Ellenwood, Georgia. Man, Jelani was actually on the team that bought Cedar Grove his first state
Yeah,
championship. But what a lot of people don't know is Jelani played quarterback. Jelani was a 6'8" quarterback out there who is a pure athlete, can play basketball just as good as he can play football. And now he's done transitioned into a hybrid tight end type player right now. And he looked like he good out there.
yeah.
And he remind me of another player that I already am high on, which is Travis Kelce started off as a
Okay.
quarterback. Also is a hooper. I think that Jelani has a lot of similarities in his game and how he plays and how he knows the game because he played the quarterback position at a young age that's going to benefit him on this level. So I don't hear
Nothing
nothing
about
about
Mighty. You
Matty
want to talk
Ice.
about Jelani? Listen, man. At the end of the day,
It's all about Jelani Wood right
the
now.
Kool-Aid had to throw on the ball, though. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, hey, he got confidence in him.
Hey, Kool-Aid, he had to
He
see
had to see
something, huh?
something in him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey,
Hey,
whatever was clever.
hey, Matty, you know you cool now, even though we sent you on up at the end. If you get this message, go on, keep on feeding Jelani, man, and resurrect your career up there
Go
and
ahead and
end it,
say
man.
that
Cause
thing, man.
go on, say that thing, man. Cause you got a hidden gem right there, boy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Man,
that's big
shoot,
time with them, man.
shoot.
That's big
Oh,
time. Shout out to the home team.
you know what else? You know what else
What's
big
that,
time? Them Falcons getting that first
man?
W this year.
Did they?
Yeah,
Them Dirty
dog,
Birds. Them
boy.
Dirty Birds went out west and stole one.
But they needed to. They just went out west and got beat
Man, they
down.
went out there and stole
They
from
got
the
that.
Seahawks, man. Yeah, I definitely didn't anticipate that one.
You didn't see them
Not on the road.
going out there and beating the
Not on the
Seahawks
road.
on the road.
Like if they
That,
came out to Mercedes Stadium, then possibility. But when they went on the road with that 12th man, like I ain't anticipated, man.
well, I'm gonna take it because as long as the Falcons ain't falconing,
They
that's all
about
I can
did though.
ask for, man. That's all
They
they is,
about
bro.
did.
That's all. That's. I mean, it's to be expected, man. But they got some growing pain. They gonna get through, man. They got some
Yeah,
growing
yeah.
pain,
So
man.
shout out to the home team on
Hey, man.
both aspects. They got their first W. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Jelani Woods, home team got his first
Yeah,
TDs,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So
So yeah, it was a lot going
they,
on, man. I
they,
mean, some of the latest news though that we got coming out. What going on with the Pro Bowl,
it ain't no Pro Bowl no
man?
more,
Man,
man.
look,
In case
right there
y'all ain't
behind
know,
your left
they
shoulder,
done nixed the Pro Bowl.
right there behind your left shoulder is a Pro Bowl helmet. So
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be.
just listen, tell the people your perspective on the Pro Bowl. You went a few times. I know, but yours in Hawaii, right?
We was
Yeah,
in Hawaii.
it
Yep.
wasn't where that Miami stuff now or wherever it was. So you actually had the traditional Pro Bowl. So give a little background about that, and then we can go to your perspective on whether or not they should have got rid of it or what.
So the Pro Bowl of the past it was a vacation. It was a vacation. By the time I was playing, it wasn't a real game. One of the coaching staffs one time we had New England. So I think they tried to get a little bit more up tempo as much as they could, but guys are really out there playing patty cake. It's a glorified walk through the practices. by the time you finish practicing, you chilling with the family, eating at restaurants, out by the pool, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big
And
old
I
vacation,
don't mean to
man.
cut
Where
you off,
everybody,
but your yours was still after the season, right?
the Pro Bowl games that we played in were
Oh,
during the
during the
season.
season. Okay, all right.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl games, not it was after
Regular
the
season,
regular
but
season.
still doing the season though.
They used to play it after the AFC NFC Championship game,
The Super
before
Bowl. That's
the
right. That's
Super
right. That's
Bowl,
right. Yeah.
and that depended on what coaching staff went to the Pro Bowl, because the losing team in the AFC and NFC title games, the coaching staff will be the coaches for the Pro Bowl, and also depending on whether or not players who were in the Pro Bowl are going to the Super Bowl, they will figure out if they are in the Super Bowl, then you will have to, of course, pick up another person, an alternate, to play for whatever player has to play in the Super Bowl, because, of course, you wouldn't go and play in the Pro Bowl and then get hurt, possibly going into the Super Bowl. I mean, I say all that to say the Pro Bowl was already chill as hell. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, and I think that's what I think the fans got tired of, because they weren't. It wasn't good enough just to see your favorite star or your favorite player out there, kind of lollygagging on the field, playing a glorified, tackle football that you would play in the neighborhood. They wanted to see the best of the best
Actually
actually
play.
getting after it and
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
against them. Yeah, but in this day and age, to be honest, I don't feel that guys want to take that type of risk whenever you got so much money on the line, especially for a game that doesn't count and doesn't really mean anything for your career besides the accolade of being an all-star that year. So the risk outweighs the reward, which in turn just leaves us with a bad
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So because all that done happened, you know what I'm saying, the fans got tired of it, the commentators got tired of it, ain't nobody watching the Pro Bowl no more. I think they just decided to switch over to skills challenges and a flag football game. I don't know how that's gonna be. The skill challenges kind of seem dope, where they doing different speed stuff, and you had the strongman competition back in the day where they do the 225 rep test, and I remember trying to watch the fastest man in the league challenges and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that. I think those can still be exciting, but I don't really know if the Pro Bowl. I don't know how it's gonna be with just a
I guess
skills challenge. I
my
don't even know if
biggest
I'm
question
gonna.
about that is the same people that wasn't going 100% in the Pro Bowl. You think they're going to go 100% in these skills challenges? Because even though the risk is not as high as a Pro Bowl, you still like risk pulling the hamstring, tearing the muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a risk that's not really. I mean, in my opinion, ain't ever been, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, I mean, at some point in time, it's supposed to be for the fans, but it's a career move at the
Yeah.
same time. So it's always a risk. So do I think if Tyreek Hill got out there and lined up and ran the fastest man competition against other people in the league, will he give me 100%? I can't say that he
I
will,
would hope not.
but at the same time, but at the same time, you still have people out there that are super competitive,
Yeah.
who just want to win and just don't want to lose. So you still have those
Those are
type
the
of guys. I
guys
mean, I still
I
remember.
feel like that are more high risk to get hurt because they're not coming out there prepared to go as they would, let's just say, in a game. So they're not stretching the way they
Yeah,
would. They're not getting the treatment the way they would. They're not warming up the way they would, and they just go out there. But that competitive spirit in the heat of the battle, they want to turn that notch up. And it's like, oh,
yeah, and that's
yeah,
when something
yeah, you
happens.
know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I
That's when
just, I mean, me personally, I just feel like the whole, instead of dumbing it down, man, I mean, at that point, they might well just
scratch
scratching
the
and
whole
just
thing.
make a roster.
Just make a roster and give
Give them,
people
yeah, just give
bonuses
them
based
they
off of if
credit,
you made.
whatever. They can send the helmet or whatever. Just make the team. This
Just make a
year's
team, take a
2023 Pro Bowl team is, and announce it.
Take a Pro Bowl picture and make some graphics and just bring everybody out with some graphics or some shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And get out of there, because that's about as much as you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? At least if you had them doing something good with the graphics, like maybe the gritty or something like that, you give them 5 or 10 seconds of wow factor to make people want to tune in. You know, but well, there it is, man. Hey, the Pro Bowl game is over. This episode over, man. Y'all get out of here, man. Damn, y'all, you ain't got to go nowhere, but you got to get the hell out of here. How about that?
All right, y'all. Y'all just finished watching the Knee High to the Tree High podcast. We hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Tell us your thoughts. We out.